Hey, shalom, all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakwadash. It's your brother Bishop Python. So the title of this video is based off a scripture in Mark, which says this right here, Mark 16 and 18, they shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. And this is how the Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to preserve his elect, And the Most High had to give, Jake has a remarkable immune system. Excuse me. Jake in particular. This is why they're able to send Jake to do a lot of jobs. They had to have, historically had to have Jake do, because other nations and Esau, cannot handle what we can handle. You see, their immune system is not built like ours. And the reason why the Most High had to do that is so that we can endure the hell, the diseases, the hell, the tribulation that Jake would have to succumb. So the Most High gave us powerful immune systems. And, excuse me, because Esau put all types of shit in the air, in the food, and the water to destroy us, But what happens is it destroys more of their own people. You see a lot of more Edomite kids coming out slow, if you will. Coming out slow, not looking right. You go there to Elam, them kids are born with more arms than an octopus. More arms than an octopus. You got the beast with the 7 heads, but then you got Elamites that got 7 heads. They kids be looking all fucked up and crazy. Moab kids be looking crazy. And you don't really find that too much among Jake, unless it's a very wicked family, But anyway, the reason why this lesson is just going into the shit they put in our water supply, man. This is one of the ways that Esau tries to do us in. This is one of his very old school tactics, which is biological warfare. He did this to Gad. He did this to the Latin tribes on the islands, and to Jake as well. Destroy them through the food, destroy them through the water, and even through the air that they breathe. So right here, what you see here, this, yeah, that's some other shit, boy. But this is here in Connecticut. They're spraying toxins in our water supply. So I found this website, and any brother, y'all and sister, y'all can do this in your area. If you want the website, just put in the comments. I'll put it in the description. But you put in your zip code, and then it'll give you the water supply and the contaminants that have been found in your water supply for your zip code. And it's very few, usually a couple of water supplies that will water the entire state. So you put in your zip code, and it's most likely the same water supply that's the whole half your state, area of your state is being supplied by that water supply, or maybe the entire state. But anyway, so I put my zip code in, or, here in this area, and these were the contaminants detected, right? So the EWG, as you can see, EWG's drinking water quality report shows results of tests conducted by the water utility and provided to the Environmental Working Group. That's who the EWG is. by the Connecticut Department of Public Health, right? So, it says here, tap water provided by this water utility was in compliance with federal health-based drinking water standards. Legal does not necessarily equal safe. Right here, legal limits for contaminants in tap water have not been updated in almost 20 years, and that's most likely a loophole that they've exploited. So within 20 years, you could dump as much poisons as you want in there, and they don't have to report it. So here's a contaminants detectant. By the way, I drink a lot of, when I go buy water, I go to Whole Foods, and I usually get, excuse me. I usually get, what's that water there? Let me see. 365 water. Now, I remember years ago, they said I had a high level of something. Might have been cyanide or something like that. The last time I checked, that wasn't there anymore. I don't know if they removed it or what. But all over water is garbage, you know. It's all fucking garbage. You know, all our waters have microplastics in them. And a report that I've read recently said that the average American holds about 7 grams of microplastics in their brain, which is a shit ton. And this water that I have, I left it in the car, was it this weekend, right? It was pretty hot. And so I was like, shit, man, you know, because it's in the plastic. So I took it out today and I tasted it. And I don't know what synthetic oil tastes like, but the shit tastes like synthetic oil, you know, 10W, whatever, 40, synthetic oil. And that's all the microplastics that's in the water, in the plastic from the sun that seeped into the water. And these water bottles, they travel a great distance before they get to you. So there's already plastic melted in them from the heat, from the traveling. They don't cool the trailer when they transport these. It's hot in there. So like the scripture said, man, we're just being killed all the day long. We're sheep for the slaughter, you know. So the Lord had to put a layer of protection around us, especially his men, so that his work can be done. And the number one killer today, disease killer, is cancer. Everybody gets cancer, you know. And all these chemicals, these contaminants that are detected in the water, they're all cancer-causing contaminants. So let's go here. Now, this is just in Connecticut. And check this out. I'm not even going to try to say this shit. Bromodichloromethane. So they found 167 times the health guideline. 167 times. If I click on this, when chlor is formed and chlorine or other disinfectants are used to treat drinking water, they increase the risk of cancer and may cause problems during pregnancy, right? It's crazy, man. Oops. Shit, how do I get back to that? Hold on. Right. So they have something called chloroform affect cancer, 93 times the guideline. Chromium, 2.5 times the guideline. Dibro, whatever the F that is, 11 times. Everything here is cancer causing. Look at this. Affects cancer, 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 cancer. Do you see why this is known as a valley of death? This one's 180 times. Trichloroacetic acid. You can't even fucking pronounce these shits. 180 times the guideline. Wow. Let me find out what the hell this shit is. So this is, you can buy this. Yo, don't tell me this is bad. Come on now. Is this the fucking... No way. This the fucking acid they use for, what do you call that shit? When these women go to the, those spas, when they go to them spas and they get the peels so they could peel their skin off, and get a facial. They get facials with these. They put that shit in the fucking water. I mean, you could say unbelievable, but it's not. This is the devil. Do you understand why this man is a devil? Why would you put this in somebody's fucking drinking water unless you want to kill them? Wow. All right, so let me see what the effects are. Ingested. Oops. TCAA ingestion or overdose can cause gastric irritation syndromes. You wonder why you have stomach problems, including vomiting, diarrhea, or lassitude. I have no idea what lassitude is. I'm not going to look it up right now. Yeah, so I'm not going to read this whole shit. You can look it up at home. But the point is made, right? And I just wanted to point out, that's why the scriptures say this. Matthew 6, Mark 16 and 18. They shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. This right here is a fucking deadly thing. Acid? They're putting acid in our water. That's why this devil, man. The scripture say when you get in the kingdom of heaven, thine heart shall meditate terror. Because you don't think this is his heart meditating terror, putting acid in the water? And all these other contaminants. You take 1 cup of water and you get a fucking concoction of all this shit in your water in 1 gulp. Look at this one, 319 times the limit. Wow. 319 times the limit. Look at this one, 968 times the limit. Is that the one I just read? Anyway, man, 349 times. Wow. Anyway, if you want this website, I'll put it in the whatchamacallit, and you just put in your zip code and it'll let you know. What you can do is to try a healthier alternative. Every state has springs, natural springs, and just look it up online. They have maps of where you can find natural springs in your area. And you can go there and bottle your own water. It's like 50 cents a gallon, and it comes from the earth with all the minerals and everything in it. You know, I mean, you can do the best you can. There's no escape, but you just got to do the best you can. Lord's will to the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, so anyway, I'm gonna say shalom. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Kakudah, shalom.